Hey, I'm Pops, and let's talk about that Spawn verse. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Wakazashi's Tea House. You get all the credit, brother, of getting me down this rabbit hole of enjoying Spawn comic books for the first time, and I don't know how long. And it is a fun ride, folks. It is really a fun ride. I hope you are enjoying it as much as I am. Um, and if not, maybe you can know that it is something that's good that's out there, which is what I want to do. I want to try to encourage you to find something that's good. And McFarlane is working with Brett Booth on the art, and it is definitely a 90s feel in every conceivable way. Obviously, the cover here with issue number 4. Now, all the issues and the videos and stuff I've done are in the description with King Spawn and Gunslinger Spawn. And he's been pulled through. He doesn't quite know why he's in this universe. But as the battles culminated in the end of the last issue, the clown is there. And when I saw the cover, I was like, oh, yeah, this is going to be fun. We're going to have a good time. And when the clown is revealed, sort of there in his demonic glory, right, surrounded by his minions, you're kind of really immediately pulled in, sucked in to what's going on. Like, it's so detailed and interesting and dynamic. And the story is relatively simple. And I know it's 3 issues, but at the same time, it's played out and presented in so many different ways. So at first, when you can see some of the action, Gunslinger quickly has to come to the realization he's not going to be able to take on the clown and win face to face, hand to hand. He's outmatched. And Clown at the same time has to figure out how he's going to manipulate Gunslinger Spawn into this plot that he's schemed up, and also not kill him, right? There's a joke about, oh, he's passed out again. We're not going to kill him though. So that kind of plays out. But as you can see with the way the art is framed and it's all done, we feel like we're back in the 90s telling a very good, fun action comic book, like a story that's really interesting, engaging, great panels, great color, great detail. Brett Booth does all of those things. And as the story plays out, because it is 3 issues, but it's never slow, it's never sluggish, it's never wasting a whole bunch of time. I'm going to get to kind of one of those jokes. I make jokes all the time at comic books expense sometimes about them sitting around and either talking about food or eating. We'll get to that. But when he starts to fight Clown and realize that he can't get anywhere, there is a moment where it kind of gets a little weird for me. I'm like, what is happening with all these wolves? Like, I don't understand. Like, I didn't quite get it, right? Because even the Violator is attacked by wolves. And you're like, okay, so he's controlling the wolves and he has this power over animals or whatever. And you don't quite, I didn't quite totally get where some of that was coming from. And definitely didn't understand where we were going to kind of go with it. And the clown kind of like plays it off. Like, at first you think he's angry and it's going to end up in escalating things. And he kind of laughs. I can't kill you, buddy. I need you. And it's like, you were reminded so much of how that incarnation came to light in the Spawn movie. And then when you get to the 6th issue, and those covers, these covers made me laugh so much. The exaggerated giant clown mouth ready to consume Gunslinger with all these minions and that exaggerated long hat. It was such a beautiful cover. It's such a fun cover. And then when you get to the variant, and I had to make sure I shared this, I was just in love with this variant cover. Just obviously it takes me back. I love Frazetta work, but I just thought this was great. Just an incredible, incredible cover. Now, the story starts to unpack, and like I said, they're having dinner. They're talking over food. And at first, you don't quite understand why Spawn needs to get back to his time. And they don't really tell you exactly, but they lay enough of the groundwork and some of the pieces for you to understand. He wants to go back 2 years before, not 1864, but 1862. So is he wanting to save someone? Is he wanting to prevent something in particular? Who that is? And as they're having these little panels that are kind of intercut, where that kind of spells out a little bit for you. And even though they're talking over food and it seems kind of sluggish, you have this great moment where there's kind of a lean in. And then you realize, oh, Gunslinger, even though he's weaker and he seemed like he's been gullible or naive this whole time, he knows he can't trust the clown. He's not going to totally get sucked into this. And then it's like, as you can see with that bottom panel, the clown knows this is going to end violently and there's more conflict coming, right? Which it does, but not how you expect. And the fact that it's a nice callback to the earlier events in just 3 issues is really, really good. Like I was really pleasantly, I don't want to say surprised as much as it brought joy and happiness. I enjoyed that journey and struggle that Gunslinger found a way that's believable to come out on top, survive all of this, and the journey is going to carry on. The clown is sort of like thwarted for now. You know he's not gone. You know that you also learn, by the way, and I didn't touch on this, I should. There is sort of like an escalation of the clown's powers in all of this, like with this whole rip in the universe and the time and how Gunslinger got here, what Al Simmons had done. It's like, what happened with the clown? Why is he so leveled up? And he has a little monologuing that's happened over a couple of pages that really kind of dive deep a little bit in what the clown really is now. And they gave him like a little ponytail, and some of those things are a little bit different than some of the designs that I was really familiar with. And then, of course, how the clown manages all of his minions and Violator, which I actually kind of laughed. Like I was like, talk about the concept of them being pets. It's not only funny, McFarlane kind of makes light of it. Like, can you believe this is what we get? This is what we're going to do. Like, he actually kind of makes light of it, which I actually found actually very fun and enjoyed that a lot. So anyway, this is my take on it. I don't know if you guys are reading this or not. If you want something that's just fun and good to read, right now I can't recommend Gunslinger Spawn enough. I think it's a great, fun read, especially if you can catch maybe a graphic novel. This may be a lower cost, even have less overhead, because it's just more fun. Not a lot of substance. Why are you reading Spawn for substance anyway, guys? Come on. Let's be real. Tell me what you guys think. I'm Pops. Thanks so much for listening.